we back. I'm gonna say Clydecast. Got your boys. We're gonna hit you with a little snippet, right? Dive into the draft. Couple things, NBA, NFL. I'll say, my boy over here. I know you're going through a little bit. I'll say our Falcons, and we don't know what's going on. So you wanna be a spokesperson for them? Just kind of let everybody know.
They lucky I don't drive down there and become the judge, jury, and execution.
Yes. I feel your pain, brother.
Let me tell you, I don't think you feel my pain at all. Let me tell you something that's happened in the past 48 hours. I have had to watch my Cleveland Cavaliers go from Cavs in 5 until disappointment in 7. Because we can't stop Pablo Al Pinocchio
Oh my goodness.
and his band of magic misfits because of Donovan lacking Mitchell. Because let's just call it what it is. 3 for 80 from the feet.
Oh my God, bro.
We've got that to deal with. I've had to sit here and watch my glorious King James, Goat James, up until last night, almost get swept 2 times by a 10-piece McJoker and his band of Murray fits.
Jesus. Murray Fitz.
Just when you think it can't get worse. Because it's supposed to be a great weekend.
Yeah.
Draft weekend. You got the draft, you got playoffs, it's hockey, baseball for those that are concerned, and rugby and other places. Along with that XFL, CFL, I don't know what it's called.
All the letters.
Yes. I was very excited for this day.
Yeah.
Very excited for this day. Because we started something last year.
Yeah.
Something that the
was
world
looking
got to get on board with. And y'all are more than welcome to come along for
Yeah,
the ride.
why
You
not?
just got to be patient with it.
ATL's a great place.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
And when we signed Big Kirko, I thought, we going to be saying Falcons in 5 at least 10, 11 times,
Yeah.
realistically. Back off, cuz. Realistically.
Little cameo.
Biasly, you know, I'm 13 and 4. If Kirko and doing what Kirko does, that's all we need is a quarterback, and we got everything else.
He lives
we
up.
here.
If he can play, Monday night games, all right.
All we need him to do is move the ball down the field. Everybody else will take care of the rest.
Give it to Bijan.
This could be Kirko's year. We really don't know. We got it all. We got Bijan, we got Draco, we got Kyle, we got Ty. We got it all.
That's right.
It's here to stay. So I'm thinking with the draft, you know, we shore up the defensive end because we ain't had an edge rusher since the great John Abraham himself.
That's early 2000s.
And the 8th pick, you know, I think you're probably gonna get your first pick of the defensive players because there's so many quarterbacks going through in this draft.
Yeah, the
you know,
first 4
quarterbacks
Yeah.
for teams that need
That
quarterbacks.
didn't just sign.
We get to number 8. And let me tell y'all some things. I done been through some things. 28-3. Speaks for itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, literally, that's
Hey.
the title.
Hey, this goes with you everywhere you go. Can't escape it. Multitude of playoff disappointments and fourth quarter comebacks from people that we've never even heard of to come back from again. But it gets better, ladies and gentlemen, because I did a little research, my good brother. This ain't the first time Atlanta has done something like this.
Are you serious?
Taking a player that has absolutely nothing to do being picked there
Yeah.
at all. With the 8th overall pick, you could have had Romeo. You could have had your pick of the first defensive player that came off the board. But no. We're going to be the first team in the history of time to pay someone $100 million free to then say, let's go get another one.
Yeah.
And let's not just get another one. Let's get another guy with the injury prone day. We didn't do nothing but get ourselves.
He couldn't even finish the year.
We got Kirk an ACL buddy. Is what we got.
They both gonna be on
They
the
can
sideline.
rehab together. While Desmond Ritter riddles off into the sunsets of Arizona, cracking up because it wasn't all his fault. Arthur, I'm talking to you. Pittsburgh, you went for a ride this year. It ain't going that far. It might as well have had a little,
It's gonna be a circus.
what's the school zone? School zone. And it's going to be not even 15, 5. Y'all ain't going nothing but 5 miles per hour in this
Oh my
offseason.
God.
I promise you this. To take Penix at 8 is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen in my life for a draft. the most ridiculous. But the most non-shocking thing in the world. You know
Exactly.
why, Chad? Because that is the Atlanta Falcons way. To do things that no one else has done before.
It's in the dictionary.
I want you to think about something. Inept franchises over the past 20 years or so, you know, give or take the last 3 or 4, that they've started to turn the curve and become relevant in this terminology. Detroit was awful for years, had a beautiful year last year. Cleveland, Houston, Jacksonville, oh my God, they've been bad my entire existence. Now coming around the corner a little bit, the Patriots about to enter into it, and
That's
the Giants
true.
gonna be there for a while, and hopefully the Panthers with that little Oompa Loompa quarterback that we really don't know. I'm hoping. But there has never been an organization to have this much talent and be as inept as those franchises that I've ever seen in
That's
my
facts.
life. For those of you who do not believe Matt Ryan is a Hall of Fame quarterback, I beg to differ. Because only a man with that mental fortitude to stay in that place for 13 years and walk in there every day and say, I'm going to try, should be commended beyond the term of first ballot. It should be an automatic addiction into this place. I don't even want to hear it. You people have to understand something. For those that don't know, which is the majority of America, because I promise you this, we know this was not shocking.
No.
While the whole world sits on TV after talking about the Falcons for the first time since 2016, for all we know. And this is what we in the news for. I'm tired. No, I don't think you know. Back-to-back Super Bowl champion, the expense of one of my teams. You don't get this. I'm tired. I'm tired of waking up every September, blazing earth, wind, and fire just to find out that we ain't partying. We are mourning.
That is true. So
It's
much
very.
expectation.
No, there's no expectation.
Well, like-
the only thing that we want you to do is not be trash. You're the only team in the history of the league to kick an onside kick and look at it.
Y'all forgot the
Look at it,
second
Chad.
part. Y'all
Look
forgot
at
the
it,
second
Chad.
part.
You're the only team in league history to blow probably a 35-point lead in a 9-minute span.
That takes talent.
Every time you watch a Falcons game and the announcer goes, this is the first time this player's ever done something or started this game, or this is his first, I promise you one thing, get on FanDuel, that's a quick 500. Bet on him to get 300 yards because it'll happen. I really believe we were turning the corner. I believe we were making a different path. But clearly I believe that I can't force my children to go through this.
No.
You got the pick of the mill. Pick anybody you want except the New Orleans Saints. Just keep that out my system. But with all that being said, I agree with this move 100%. My problem was the placement. And I'm going to tell you why.
Could've got it.
This is a very simple thing. Now on paper, it looks ridiculous. Kirk, $100 million. Draft Michael Penix. He's already 23 years old. Right? You come up with a statement of he'll sit 4 to 5 years. That's not happening. No normal person would put themselves through that. Here's what I believe Atlanta is doing. And this is a very logical thing. That people say, oh, and let's get this out the way. Anybody feels bad for Kirk Cousins. That man has made damn near $500 million and has one playoff win.
Yeah.
You have the phrase, you like that. And you are generically loved in the nigga community.
Man
You're
wearing
fine,
chains.
Kirko. You're fine.
Man wearing chains. and stuff.
Wearing
That ain't even
chains.
his. They
He
not
at
even his.
36 years old, you convinced an NFL franchise to guarantee you $100 million off of your one playoff win
That's wild.
and immunity in niggadom. You got enough. Okay? So let's get that out of the way.
That's true.
The way that the contract is constructed, they can get out in 2 years.
Okay.
Here's what I see. You bring Kirk in. You have Penix as the backup. Let Kirk go ball out that first year.
That's
Now, depends on the result. Get to the playoffs out in the first round, which I'm most likely expecting just based off of his performance in primetime games. You out the door. That, to me, is going to be the audition this year. That if they're able to trade him after the first year or halfway through the second, however you want to put it, to at least show teams, hey, he can still sling it.
Yeah.
You just going to have to take all this. Because what I don't think people are realizing is, I think they're actually trying to go Jordan Love way.
Okay.
Let him sit, let him learn, develop him
That's how
properly.
it used to be.
And here's the thing y'all got to understand. Kirk was never the long-term answer. It was a 4-year deal anyway.
Yeah.
And if you talk about 4 years for the next 15, you got to think long-term, people. Because in case y'all forgot, 1-5 is still out there in Arrowhead. And he ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
He'll be around for at least.
At least.
Well,
We got
more
up-and-coming guys like C.J. Stroud on the horizon. Lamar's still there. Josh's whole team is falling apart, but he's still there. Like, there's still things going on, okay?
Crazy.
You got to think of the long haul in dealing with this. The placement was horrible for the pick, absolutely.
But he probably traded back.
You could have traded back, but here's why they didn't. Because you had Seattle, New Orleans, Raiders. All were trying to trade up into the top 10 to get Michael Penix.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, I'm a fan of Penix. I like it. I like the pick. I just thought maybe second round would have been a better
Yeah.
option. But what I also understand is this was a very strong quarterback class.
6
And to
5,
not
5 went in the first round.
6 went in the first round.
Damn, that's
If
crazy.
not 7. This was a time to get a guy that's going to set you up for 10 to 15 years.
Yep.
Now, is Kirk's feelings going to be hurt a little bit because he wasn't called and let know and notified? Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You ain't Patrick.
I would say.
We ain't got the call. We gave you $100 million guarantee, which means we guaranteed something to you. So I guarantee we don't need to tell you
Yeah.
anything in that regard.
He's not earned that cachet.
And here's the thing, Chad. Does this look like a bad pick if Kirk gets hurt?
The geniuses. They're what fortune tellers or something.
Do y'all know who Atlanta's backup is right now? Neither do I. So, you know,
he's basically their second quarterback.
yeah. Well,
After
I'm
the
sorry,
draft.
Taylor Haney, if he's still there.
You got to be your distributor as your backup.
That's what I'm saying. So if he gets hurt and Michael Penix comes in and starts balling out, does this look like a bad pick then? What I think it is, you know, you've also got to understand the league is offensive.
Yep.
The first defensive player was not taken, I believe, until pick 15.
Yeah, because offensive linemen,
Offensive linemen,
quarterback,
receivers, quarterbacks,
Yep.
all going. Because that's what is winning these games. Your
Yeah.
defense matters, yeah, but as you've now seen that they've gotten rid of the hip drop tackle,
Yeah.
eventually you're going to get rid of every way to tackle. So it's
Exactly.
become an offensive league. That takes precedence over a defensive player now.
Yeah.
I would have liked an edge rusher. That would have been great. But
They'd have to be generational. They'd have to be
you have
like.
to be generational.
Yeah.
But you're not paying Penix anything like that. Okay? That the only reason you can't, I guess, get rid of Kirk right now is that cap hit will be savage.
Oh my God.
Close
yes.
to 40 mil.
Yeah.
But you're not paying Bijan yet. You're not paying Drake yet. Kyle's next year. You're not paying Tyler. That youthful core, along with one of the best offensive lines in the league, is ready to succeed. Now, for them people saying, Atlanta, you should have shored up your defense because it was horrible last year. Here's the thing. We could have had the 0-1 Ravens defense and still had the same record. Because if your offense can't stay on the field for more than 7 seconds a drive,
Yeah.
we're human,
No matter.
they're going to get tired.
Yeah.
If you're going against teams that have long, sustained drives, it don't matter how good your defense is, eventually you're going to buckle. We need some corners for sure. Bolster up a couple things, but we got through that. We got a whole bunch of defensive guys. I love the draft that they had. Took Penix, a bunch of defensive guys, running back later in the couple rounds, and then the receiver. I'm cool with it.
It's not bad.
We got linebackers, defensive end. We got the things that because this roster right now is ready. Not only we gonna win the division, but this ain't pan out the way that they supposed to pan out. In the next 3 years, y'all gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in trouble because either two things are gonna happen. 3. It's gonna be Falcons in 5 in the bowl.
Let's go.
About 3 years or
I
so.
like the confidence.
This is true. 2. In the long term, this was the right pick.
Yeah, because that man can sling it.
He can sling it. He
Yeah.
throws the best ball out of all the dudes.
Oh, by far.
Number 3. This could be the worst pick that has ever happened in the history of time.
Like,
Worse than Jamarcus Russell. Worse than Greg Oden.
Especially, yeah, the timing. Like, you would almost want Kirk to either show you kind of soon. Like,
We don't even know what he looks like right now.
If he does well enough the 2 years, and then
Mhm.
like third year starts, like, now you're paying all these people, and then now you're trying out Michael.
Then it just don't.
Yeah. So he needs to.
And then with him sitting and learning and developing, because you don't have time to develop anymore. It's like if you don't go out there and perform the first 9 plays,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not
Get
saying I
benched.
don't know if Bryce Young can play or not yet, but my God, give the boy some help for it.
Oh my
A
God.
chance.
Yeah, his situation is just
Awful.
he's running for his life and don't have no one to throw to. Like,
It's awful.
it'd be so much different for Michael. Like, he's
But
gonna be protected.
this could be. It will either be those things, or we will once again add to our tally of being the most ridiculous franchise
Yep.
I've ever seen in sports.
It's added
If Michael Penix ends up being trash,
though.
I'm going to have a serious conversation with myself.
Wait, really?
I've had coworkers tell me, close
Why are
friends
you
tell
doing
me, hey, it's time to jump. Did Jack jump off that Titanic boat? Nope. Went down with that shit. He just got played out by the wrong show.
That's true. That's true.
Because there was room on that boat.
There was definitely room.
Definitely room.
That thing was an old school.
And that's
door.
where, and that's the difference between he and a man that wants to survive. Because you'd have moved over if I was in that water. Yeah, wasn't asking. Scooch. You know? Let me tell you something. I don't care what anybody tells you. You can have your opinion on Jordan. You can have your opinion on LeBron.
Yeah.
The fact that this man is 59 and a half years old and has still had to carry the league because you have supposed basketball players by the name of D'Angelo Russell, who he didn't even pull a Klay Thompson.
Nope.
Anybody that said he did his best Klay Thompson impression, no, that was his Russell. I don't even want to say impersonation because it was the embodiment of what he does.
Yeah.
You are up 15 points and start jacking up shots like you are on NBA 2KJ. You are that
He was trying to
kid
catch
in the
fire.
you are that kid in the Y that knows when he gets his hand on that ball, release. You have no assists. If they tracked passes, you wouldn't even have a pass if you were one of them people. This man single-handedly cost me an opportunity to fully, fakely believe LeBron would get his fifth one more time. But I couldn't even have that. And it would be nice if they had a coach.
Oh my God! Did you
Because
see
we
that?
ain't get there's nobody on the sideline, Chad. Because I tell you, the only thing that Darvin Ham is going to be good for, he's going into the Hall of Fame, okay? The Hall of Fame of pockets. Because all he does is keep his hands in them.
That man tried to draw a play on the clipboard and literally just wrote names.
What they need to do is start drawing it on the back of his head.
Ah!
Start using that boil as the goddamn rim and figure out how to make some.
Let's go.
This roster's not good. It is not good.
Like,
No single basketball playbook should ever have a situation where it ends with Tarion Prince shooting a three. Step back,
what?
dribble.
Like EKD or something?
The second you get the ball, evaluate. Do I have an open shot? No. It's time for me to give it back. Am I cutting? No. It's time for me to give it back. Know your role. LeBron. It goes in a very simple order. AD, LeBron, Reeves, D'Lo, the rest of y'all.
Yeah. It's not open.
They're not good, Chad.
They don't have
Gabe
any
Vincent
shooting.
is not good. Roy Hachimura is not good.
He was supposed to be nice too.
Supposed to be. And here's the thing, I don't think he realized, Mr. Ham and Darvin Ham sandwich, you got no sides. Because you pull AD out of the game, you don't use Christian Wood, you don't use Jackson Hayes.
That don't make no sense.
None at all.
Woods was nice too.
He was doing good for a minute. He was doing real good. But I'm getting real tired of the incompetency of some of these people that you got me to the point where I had to prematurely bring this back. Atlanta, please. We're tired. You ought to be paying us at this point.
Yes.
To keep having me go into situations and locations and all kinds of abbreviations defending what you are doing. But this is the one move I have to believe. I have to believe in it. I don't agree with the pick placement, but I agree with everything that it's supposed to be.
That's
Everything.
a true fan right there.
No,
I
Chad, it's just a trueness of commitment. Where am I going to go? I can't bandwagon.
He's in a marriage.
I can't. This is not a marriage. This is a legally binding slave indictment. This is ridiculous. I have never in my life, every player I get the jersey, they get traded the next year or pass away. It's ridiculous. The ineptness of what we have going on is just going to be up there. But I will promise you one thing, Falcons Nation, I'm going to stand tall. 2 toes down, 1 in the ground. Falcons are fine.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. I see. That was fire. Huh?
You want to add?
What do you want me to do? An outro or something?
No, I mean, you wanted to add. Like nobody said
Broncos,
outro.
you know, Bo Nix. Nah,
Yeah,
nah, we
that's
don't.
because everyone wants to talk about
No,
that.
no one wants to talk about that.
No one wants to talk about what I talked about, but I'm forcing it, posting it anyway. So.
No, everybody wants. Did you see the other reactions?
Yeah.
The one person fell out of their seats. They literally ejected themselves.
When I tell you, I have never looked at a screen and just screamed, "What
That's
in
literally-
the actual fucking Christ are we doing?"
The one guy literally ran out of the room, and you could still hear him yelling, and then came back in was like,
I sympathize with that man. I almost jumped off the balcony. I was like, I can't believe this.
Jesus.
Because when they said right before, expect Atlanta to take a quarterback, I was like,
He must not know.
I was like, you know what? Could be a kicker for all we know.
I know.
Because I guarantee you who's going to do that for the first team that ever takes a kicker with the first pick. You know who it's going to be. Them Atlanta Falcons. It don't take much.
I mean, you would take, who would be a first round?
Hey, look.
That was nice.
People, they going to see what we do this year. And that's the thing. It's never, I don't think it's a bad thing to have 2 good quarterbacks.
No,
What's that mean?
never.
Over 60 plays last year.
Damn.
60. Think of that.
That's
You
2 per
had
team.
the Vikings trading
It's
halfway
like,
through the year.
bologna, jerky,
Oh, what's up?
beef sticks.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We got a present real quick. Had to get
We gotta stay.
some meat, baby. Boy, Chad over here with the. Dang,
He's like,
brother.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You held that a little too.
What's up?
You
gotta
seem
grab
very
it. You gotta
familiar
grab
with
it.
that. Wow. Say all that to say that
Good.
we'll be bringing regular content back to you.
Yes.
Small screens if you so choose to endeavor in this in any part of your day. But yeah, we back, baby.
Yeah.
We here.
Clyde Pass.
Yeah. You gotta stop doing things like that.
Why?
That just made it so gay. Like,
They love it. I give the people what they want.
did they ask? I mean, did you ask them?
I read their minds.
Okay, fair enough, bro. That's all we got.